series, the three T20 matches with the World 11.
Okay.
Weren't the best World 11 actually when I saw them. I mean, there was a couple of decent players in there.
There were some good players in there. I
Yeah.
think what we've got to look at it from the point of view is the fact that it went fantastically.
Yeah, no
There
trouble.
was no trouble, no issues, no violence. Hopefully, Pakistan can now attract the real stars to come
Well,
down.
Sri Lanka come in on the 28th, but can Pakistan afford to do that security all the time? Because it's top-notch security.
I think they're going to have to, for the foreseeable future, they're going to have to do that.
And then stick it to just one locations or several locations? Because this particular one was just in Lahore, all three T20 matches, same pitch.
Yeah,
Well,
I think they've got to spread it around, really. Don't
Got
you
to,
think?
haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be pretty good, though.
Yeah.
So what happened? Sadat, let's talk about the cricket.
Pakistan won the first T20.
Yeah.
They scored 197 in their 20 overs.
Which is a pretty good...
It was very good, yeah.
Yeah.
They, at one stage, they looked like they were going to hit over 200, so World 11 pulled it back a bit. But then they couldn't match it. They got 177 for the loss of 7 wickets. Second one made it interesting because the World 11 came back and they won that match. Again, Pakistan won toss, batted 174, so they were about 20 runs shorter than last.
I think they had a sort of... Did they have a collapse or did they just not bowl?
I think the World 11 bowled much better at Pakistan, and again, yes, there's 1-2 batsmen. You know, it's a confidence thing. They thought, yeah, we can come out and smash it like we did in before. But they did well to consolidate back to 174 because they did have a few drop of wickets. And T20 is just like that. You can be. I mean, there's another match that went on yesterday, just to do a sidetrack with the England and the West Indies.
There was, yeah.
And that also changed very quickly.
Well,
sort of thing.
that you'd expect England to demolish the West Indies.
Yeah, but I mean, again, if we're going to talk a bit about West Indies, they were at one stage 106 for 1 in 10 overs. And they didn't manage to hit what was expected because England came back, but then obviously West Indies came back.
Well, West Indies bowling, death bowling was fantastic.
Yeah, their
wasn't
spin, their slow,
Yeah.
they adapted very well.
Yeah.
I mean, with T20, you have to do that, and they put on the slower bowlers on, cut slower pace.
It seems to be T20 is all about the slower bowlers, don't you think?
It seems like it, yeah. I mean, again, it depends on the sort of pitch you get, but obviously there got to be more attack in the batsmen because there's 20 overs, and so they take more risk. And with the slow pace, with taking the pace off the ball, it means you have to put more effort in it. With the fastest bowlers, you can, nudge it and nurdle it for four as well.
There's more chance of boundaries with the quicker bowlers. And with the slower bowlers, they obviously have to work the field, aren't they?
Yes. And so in the final Pakistan match versus World 11 was the decider. So some people might have thought, did Pakistan really throw the second match? Was it there just to make it exciting?
No, I think that level of accusation is always going to be leveled against Pakistan.
Yeah, but I think it was more of a friendly banter saying, well, did they do this on purpose? But there was nothing really serious. And then Pakistan won that comfortably, actually, by 33 runs. Again, Pakistan batting first, 183, and West Indies.
Yeah. We were watching it with a few friends, and
you got friends?
Yeah, I've got a few friends. You're one of my friends, aren't you? The last 10 overs, I actually watched that, and my friends, a couple of them, very, very negative. They were saying, no, it's just going to be a matter of time. They're going to get a few runs, a few boundaries, and that's it. I said, look, relax. It's not that easy to bat out there. So they won it, which is good for Pakistan, and hopefully we can, have more cricket to be played as well. Let's talk about the England game, which was a little bit disappointing.
Before we go on to the England game, I just wanted to ask one thing.
Go on.
How come you wanted to sit on that seat today?
How come?
Yeah, what is it that is like, I'm sitting here. As soon as the image like, I can't make it, sorry. It's like, I'm sitting on that seat.
No, I didn't
say it. I mean, is it the election fever? Is it the kursi dar lay or something like that? I've got to sit there?
You know where it is? I think with image being away.
Yeah.
It was a difficult choice between you and me to be on this
No,
seat.
It's never a difficult choice. It's always me, bro. But today you were just adamant that you wanted to sit there.
No, I'll tell you why. Because just in case in the future you can't make it for any reason, I have to do this show on my own. I need to be comfortable. That's all it is. Nothing personal.
Well, that's all right. As long as you're comfortable, my brother, that's all we want to do is make you comfortable.
At the moment, I'm comfortable.
Good. That's good. So, yeah, West Indies. To be honest, I've not checked the schedule. I don't know. Are you aware? Is anyone aware that there's more T20s? But they've done well. They won the first one, as we already mentioned. It was one looked like it was going one way. Gale was smashing him out of the park. Yeah. Then he got run out, and then the other opener also got out. And then
he was a little bit unlucky, wasn't he?
I didn't see the run out. Was it? How unlucky was it? Go on then.
It was just unlucky. Let's just put it that way.
Did you see it?
No, I just heard it was a little bit unlucky. That's what it was.
Is it? All right. Well, if anyone, our viewers or listeners knows anything about it, they can text in and let us know. But yeah, so it was interesting. It was one way it looked like all West Indies. Then England came back, and then there was a fight back by the West Indies. So yeah, it was really good. It was a bit of a collapse really from England, but I think they were saying like Adil Rashid, who came in at number 6. So they obviously didn't have the top main batsmen and stuff like that. So they tweaked it around.
I think that's just an excuse. They've got a pretty good team, England, and if they can't win, you tend to blame your players who don't actually perform on the day. I was a bit surprised they actually let Adil Rashid bat at number 6, was it, or number 7?
6. I think it was 6 or 7, one of the two, yeah. But there wasn't much behind him either, because when he was batting, when I saw this bit, they said, he's probably 2 positions above than he should be. But then I saw who's coming. I thought, well, who have they put down? Is it Wokes or anything? But they're not playing. Yeah. It was Bairstow was in front of him, so there really wasn't much ahead or behind. Sorry, anyway, for him to jump the gun. So I think he's right because he's a decent batsman.
He is a decent batsman. He just doesn't get that chance, does he? Especially with England. Because he's a fringe player, really, isn't he? He's not really a regular.
No, he's not cemented his position, has he? I mean, I don't know if he's been named in the squad yet for the Ashes. But it'll be interesting. Yeah,
I think apparently England are looking at another spinner. I couldn't remember his name. He's supposed to be a 19-year-old young lad who's looking to come in. So Adil Rashid.
Out with the old, in with the new, hey, wherever you go.
Yeah, definitely. Also, yesterday there was an absolute massive boxing match.
Yeah, my son was telling me, I to be honest with you, it was over my head. Triple G. He kept saying Triple G. I thought he meant 4G or 5G. What was he talking about?
No, he's on about the Triple G. That was a bit controversial. If there's any boxing fans out there who want to discuss that, unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to watch it at 4 o'clock in the morning. I wasn't going to wake up after seeing that fast last time.
Wake up? You're not normally in bed before 4 anyway, my brother. Well, from what rumours say.
Do you realise I had to get up at 8 o'clock in the morning, go with the FCP under 13s to
Long Sutton.
Yes. So I didn't really want to have a late night.
No.
But look, if anybody's out there who's listening to us.
So tell us a bit more about Triple G. What is this Triple G then? What is it?
Triple G is a very, very good boxer.
Okay. So what do they call him? I assume they call him Triple G, is it?
Yeah, it's Triple G. His name's...
or if I put you on the spot?
No, his name's Gennady Golovkin. That's what his name is.
That's 2 G's, isn't it?
That is 2 G's. And then you had Canelo.
We're missing Image already.
Are we missing Image, are we? Image, come back.
Where is he today?
I don't know. He messaged you, didn't he?
He's messaging. He said, "Unfortunately, sorry, apologies for short notice. I couldn't make it." And I just panicked to say, "I thought you might not make it."
No, he put down unavailable. I thought, what's he unavailable for? No. Is he unavailable for the football? Is he unavailable for the radio show? But it was let's discuss the football side of it.
Which football side of which one are we talking about?
Let's talk about the Premiership.
The Premiership. Oh, we normally do that second half.
Do you want to do it second half?
Yeah, because we have tennis, don't forget. Nadal won.
Nadal won quite comfortably, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Well, he was expected to. I think it was a few weeks ago, and I believe yourself wasn't here. And it was just me and Image. And I said to Image that Nadal is gone now. After his injury, yeah. I just don't think he can be that same player.
He's done pretty well, though.
He's done pretty well, but I still, because the reason I brought it up, because I mentioned it and I'll admit it if I was wrong, but I still, to a certain point, stick by that comment because it's because of the injuries to the other players that I think have brought him up to the forefront.
So which other players are injured?
Got Murray, you got Djokovic.
They're the two main ones.
Yeah, they're two main ones, but Federer, also injured. And that's why I just think that, he's took the opportunity. Fair play to him. The opportunity's there, but he's been missing out.
He won it quite convincingly, didn't he, at the end of the day?
Yeah, he did. It was 6-3, 6-3, 6-4, straight sets. So the other guy, I think it was his South African Kevin Anderson. I think it was his first time. And
he was also the oldest player ever to get into the final, was he? Or
who? Mr. Nadal?
No, the South African.
No, was he? He's South African, wasn't he? A young lad.
31-year-old.
Oh yeah, he was 31-year-old, isn't it? Oh yeah, Nadal's, yeah. And his first time he got to his final, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. But that's good for Nadal. It's the first time since 2013 that Nadal's won 2 slams in a year.
Yeah. Also, Nadal is number 1.
Yeah, again, he's
Yeah.
taken the opportunity because of the injuries to the number 1. I mean,
Yeah.
Murray lost his number 1 pretty quickly, I think.
No, I think Murray stayed on number 1 till I think the last tournament. He was number 1 from.
Oh yeah, because Djokovic was injured, isn't it, on that
of
tournament?
course, yeah.
So it was dependent how far he got and how far Murray got. But because Djokovic was injured, Murray I think lost in the first or second match.
Yeah, Murray's had a poor season.
Yeah, he has.
He's
and
not
he still
really
stayed
managed to do.
And I think the same with Nadal, because them two didn't turn up, he automatically became number 1, and obviously he's won the game as well. So, but I think there was a chance even for Federer to be number 1 at one stage.
Really, I'm
I
not
think
aware
so,
of that.
yeah,
But
yeah,
fair play to Nadal being the number 1. He's a great tennis player, though. At his peak, he was.
At his
awesome.
peak, yeah. I just think now.
I think it's just a little bit unlucky with the injuries.
Injuries have probably cut his not cut his career. That's probably wrong, but it's cut his success a bit short. I think he would have been one of probably a couple of more Grand Slams if it hadn't been for the injuries that
he would have
caused.
definitely been up there. I think with Djokovic, the way he's he's like almost like a robot, isn't he?
Yeah,
and
but he's had issues obviously and injuries and stuff. Was it Djokovic? No, it wasn't Murray. Who sacked their backroom staff? All their backroom staff.
It was Murray. Murray got rid of a couple of people, didn't he?
Was it Murray? Yeah. So there's been games.
Murray had the female tennis.
Yes.
Coach, and he got rid of her shortly.
Shame.
Formula 1.
What's the result? So we've had Hamilton was leading in Singapore. What's going on? You're the Formula 1 man.
Well, do you know what?
Who's winning?
Let me just explain.
The table.
Let me just explain my situation to you.
Oh, here we go.
Today it's been a very, very tough day for me. As I explained, getting up quite early.
Somebody please bring the violin or tissues.
I've not had the opportunity to really look into any of the sports today. But I was listening to Murray yesterday. Hamilton yesterday, and Hamilton was saying that he's going to need a minor miracle to win this race.
Well, and he was leading.
A miracle happened.
Has he won it?
Yeah. Well, he's up there at the moment. He was number 5, starting off number 5 on the grid.
All right, not pole position, but position number 5, is it?
Yeah, he was starting off as number 5, and what happened is Vettel.
Who's the leader?
Who was number 2, but only by 3 points. He was leading the race. He was
in pole position.
And what he did is had a bad start. So him and the other Mercedes driver.
Yep.
Not Mercedes, Ferrari driver.
Okay.
And there was three.
Vettel's a Ferrari, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
The 3 of them, they collided.
Oh my God.
Yeah. All 3 of them out the race.
3 Ferraris. So there's 3 of them.
No.
2 Ferraris. And who's
I
the
think
third?
it was a McLaren.
Oh, McLaren. So not Hamilton.
No.
He's safe.
So Hamilton's fine. So
by hook or by crook, he's now in the lead, is he?
He was winning. He was already 3 points ahead. He's winning the race at the moment.
Yeah, the race though. Yeah,
he's going to be, I think, 26 points or 29 points ahead by the end of the.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Singapore one of his bogey tracks as well?
It is. Yeah, he's not really one off.
I do my research. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that is Vettel's best track. He's guaranteed. Well, he's not guaranteed, but he's up there.
Yeah, it's like saying Liverpool's best. No, Liverpool don't have a best 2 days. Well, sorry, what can I say?
We're not talking about football at the moment, so please keep yourself to yourself.
So we've had cricket, tennis. The other one I have is got football. I made a prediction.
Yeah, go on then.
Last 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
First sacking.
And you got it right.
Again.
You got it right.
Oh my God, I'm good. Not only am I good looking, I've got knowledge, bruv. Knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Sadat, I've got to give it to you because, look, you don't need to be a footballer to know anything about football.
You might know. That might affect you. I am
somebody who hasn't played football much, you have got some pretty good knowledge about football.
I might not played 11 aside much, but I played football, bro.
Yeah, it's not the same though, is it?
Put the bags down in the park. Got 20 players together and played.
Actually, let's just talk about your football in.
Got 90 minutes.
You got 90 minutes. Fantastic.
Yeah, as Image did it the very last second on the radio. He told everyone. Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
Brilliant. Yeah. Absolutely brilliant. Played with alongside Image.
Yeah.
As the centre back. And first 10, 15 minutes I struggled.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if he wanted me to press or hold back.
So you played the centre half position,
Yeah.
which you really haven't played in before.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm more of in the middle or sitting just behind the striker where I have a bit more space and I can just spread the ball.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to do the running. I'm going to make the ball do the running.
Okay.
And so it was a first 15, 20 minutes, but after that, stuck in, bro. No one got past me.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It's fantastic news.
Yeah.
So you must have won the games to that with your
No, unfortunately,
unbelievable
our strikers
performance.
didn't put the ball in the back of the net, and the Image made a few mistakes. So yeah.
So do you want to just tell us do you want to tell the viewers what the score was then?
No, not really.
okay.
I can't remember. We count lost. It was 7-1 at the end.
7-1.
7-1. Yes.
No, it's taking part that's important. I think
It was
that's
a great
most
fun. You know what?
Oh.
Jokes aside, but it was one of those games, and it's unfortunate. Probably, with us Asians, we do take things a bit too serious sometimes.
We do.
And when it gets on the pitch, and the good thing about us is what's on the pitch stays on the pitch. After off the pitch, we're all best
Yeah.
buddies and brothers again. But it's very, on the pitch, competitive.
Was
and
it competitive on the
criticism.
pitch then?
But no, in this one, we competitive in that we all want to win, and
Yeah.
you can't get that out of us, and we shouldn't. We all want to win. Obviously, that's
Okay.
what we play. But at the end of the day, we've given up our Saturday afternoons.
Don't Sadat. I'm gonna stop you there. Don't say you've given up your Saturday, because that's the wrong thing to say.
Why is that?
You should say you're looking forward to the game. It's not giving something up to play something.
Yeah, but to look forward to that, I've obviously sacrificed something to do the football, or not just myself, everybody who plays.
I think
we're all most of us, especially in the vets or above that, we're family people. So
But
we
you're not
working all week.
to play football. You're not sacrificing anything. You're making time.
You ask my wife; she thinks I'm sacrificing a lot.
Wow. Okay, I suppose.
I could be sacrificing my marriage this rate.
Do you think you're? I mean, obviously, we didn't have a game this week.
No, FC Peterborough, FC as in general was great this week because we had the youngsters who, and this is what it's all about. We joke about ourselves and stuff, but we had from the under 8s, under 9s, under 12s,
Under 7s
3rds,
as well.
under 7s. Yeah, apologies. Yeah, the season started as well this weekend, and it's been great. It's just been great. I haven't got the list of all the results, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
They all had a great time. The coaches had a great time, and that is something is.
I'll tell
brilliant.
you what, Sadat. Looking back at some of the things I've done football-wise over the years, I reckon
Not far to look back then.
no, not FC Peterborough was probably the best thing that we as a community have done this together.
Yeah.
Reason being because. No, I mean, you're talking about yourself in football and the fact that you got 90 minutes and you enjoyed it and stuff like this. But also, the kids,
Yeah, that's
they're
amazing.
absolutely I mean, this week, we had the start of the new under 7s.
Yes.
6-year-old kids playing football for the first time in a league format.
Yeah.
Which was unbelievable. Then you had the under 9s, the under 10s. 11s, 12s, 13s, and you've got so many different types of footballers, playing. It was really, really good. I think we all enjoyed it.
Yeah, and we're getting more. It's getting bigger and bigger. It sometimes with clubs, and hopefully, inshallah, not with FC Peterborough. It does jump really fast, and then it goes a bit slow, and that's like with everything, something new. Everyone's excited, so they all join and everything, and then it starts to filter a bit and go down. But with this, alhamdulillah, yes, it did jump and it went start, and it slowed down a bit, but it hasn't gone backwards. It's still going forwards.
I think
we're getting new players in, and an example of that is my nephew who's here today. Is played for the under 13s for the first time. Yeah, for us. And and he's from Pakistan. So
do you know what? When you told me early on, just before we came to the show, and you told me he's been in England for 6 months. He's from Lahore.
Yeah.
I mean, today I was at his game today, watching him, and I didn't realize who this lad was. But looking at it, I was really impressed with him. Obviously, first of all, he could speak English, because I didn't. For anybody who's been in this country for 6 months to speak pretty good English.
Yeah, alhamdulillah, his English was very good in Pakistan, because
Yeah.
obviously from Lahore and everything, he was a good school. His dad's educated.
And generally, we as a sports show, you look at we're looking at Muslims, Asians to play football, and it's nice to know that there's people out there in Pakistan who play football and who not just play football, play to a good level. Because for us, I saw him today positioningly, is his first game and his first game.
Yep.
At times a lot of players could have been better, but I was really, really impressed. I thought he did really well, and I thought all the teams did pretty well, and all the players from the under-13s did really well today.
Why don't we ask him a few questions? Come over here. Introduce my sort of good-looking nephew. Follows me in it from my side of the family. Assalamu alaikum, Faraz.
Wa alaikum assalam.
So get closer to the mic, son.
Assalamu alaikum, Faraz. How are you?
Good.
First of all, tell us how old are you? And
I'm 13.
You're 13, are you?
Yeah.
And how long have you been in England?
6 months.
Yeah. And today was the first game for FC Peterborough.
Yeah.
When it doesn't matter how old you are or whatever, the first game that you're gonna play for any team, what did you feel like before you actually started playing? The night before, did you think you were gonna be playing today? Did you think, were you nervous? Were on the pitch? Did you have any nerves?
Yeah, before the game, I was quite nervous because I'm like, playing a real football game for the first time, because in Pakistan we never had offside rules or a real referee playing and all sort of things. So, yeah, but then when I played, I had fun there, and then, yeah.
So it was good?
Yes.
Very good.
Yeah.
So what position did you play today?
I played right mid and then left back.
Oh, you changed, so you went into left back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing, Sadat. I think a lot of the managers now are looking to play people at different positions. We're not generally trying to stick to one particular position for them. So yeah, I was really impressed with him.
So compared, like you're saying, compared to Pakistan, you didn't have referees, you didn't have
offside rules.
But did they organise games in your school?
Yeah.
Or was it just a matter of you went to the park and played football?
No, they did, and then we had football clubs there, and then we represented our school as well. And
okay. So when you played, did you play for your school?
Yeah.
And did they have referees in there as well, or not?
Yeah, they did, but they weren't as trained as
What about the competition? What was the competition like? Because I've played in Pakistan, and I've played in Meetbur and places like that before, and some of the players that I've played again, I've been really, really impressed. I thought they were fantastic footballers. What is the competition like?
In our school, to be honest, no one really knew how to play football. There were like few players who were like really good, and it was quite easy to get the ball from them and then to score goals. Yeah, but there were some players who played good, and yeah.
So the quality wasn't as good in Pakistan as you've seen in the 5 months here, and you enjoy the setup of FC Peterborough and how it's done.
Yeah.
And then the matches, obviously you've only played one match at the moment, but inshallah play a few more.
Yep.
So what do you think you need to? We've got 44 seconds, so let's just speak to you for the next 44 seconds. Where do you think you can improve on? What do you think you've learnt from today?
I was struggling with where should I go to get the ball, or should I stay back or wait for the ball to come to me? And then Taha, our captain, he told me what to do and stuff. But yeah, I should work on my positioning, and I think that's the only thing I didn't do well today. And
you did extremely well today, and thank you very much for us.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's just keep going for the next 6 months of the season.
Yes. You want a break?
Stay tuned to Salaam Radio after this short ad break.
I've just come out of Penny Appeal's orphans accommodation. Brothers and sisters, they've got a kitchen where they're getting fresh food cooked and served to them. They've got foster mothers looking after them. These are how orphans should be looked after. Sponsor an orphan for pennies a day. Call 03000 11 11 11 or visit the website pennyappeal.org. Remember, small change, big difference.
Sefa Turkish Mediterranean Restaurant. We're open 7 days a week, offering meal deals, cold starters, hot starters, house specials, kids meals, grills. burgers, fish dishes and desserts. Seating for families available too. We also cater for birthday parties and weddings. Sefer Turkish Mediterranean Restaurant. Great food at great prices. 349 Lincoln Road, Peterborough, PE1 2PF. Call us on 01733 566 565.
Iqra Academy is the only Muslim girls' school in Cambridgeshire where your daughter will develop her knowledge of Islam and the national curriculum in a safe environment. Ofsted has judged the teaching and learning, leadership and management, pupil behaviour and personal development as good in June 2017. Iqra Academy's qualified staff teach in small classes, and the school is producing sports teams who have a track record of succeeding at national level. With reduced fees and a good rating 3 times from Ofsted, why not consider Iqra Academy for your daughter? Enroll now to avoid disappointment. Please contact 01733 331 433 or email admin@iqraacademy.org.uk.
Do you have lots of clutter at home or in the office that needs to be kept but nowhere to keep it? Ivet Self-Storage offers a secure, affordable, clean and dry home for your belongings. We have security systems in place which are monitored 24 hours a day, ensuring that your items are safe. With a simple monthly payment, Ivet Self-Storage provides secure and tailored facilities to meet your specific requirements, whether short or long term. We offer the best prices and longest opening hours in Peterborough. For more information, please call on 01733 306 456 or visit us at Ivet Way, Westwood.
Gems and jewels. Wise sayings, interesting events, and moral lessons from Islamic history. They were trying to make him angry.
Ahnaf ibn Qais was famous for his forbearance and patience and for not becoming angry. Some of his companions gathered together and decided that they would try to do something to arouse his anger. One of them went to him proposing to marry his mother. Ahnaf said, "We are not rejecting you because we think your status is too low, nor because we lack the desire to be related to you through marriage. Rather, it is because my mother is old in age. She is almost 70. And you are a young man in the prime of your youth. You need an affectionate and fertile woman who will take from your manners and learn from your character." He then said to the young man, "Return to your people and inform them that you are not able to make me angry."
This is Salaam Radio, Peterborough's Muslim community radio. Broadcasting on 106.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to Salaam Sports. The studio email address is studio@Salaam Sports, salamradio.co.uk. Text us on 07745 278 978. And also we've got viewers from Luton listening on 105.1.
105.1 Inspired FM.
Okay, so that.
This is what happens when you take my kursi away from me, bro.
Okay, let's continue then, Sadat.
Yes. Football.
Should we start with the European football?
Well, first, De Boer sacking I want to start with before we go in there. I know it is a slight Premier European and stuff, but 4 games he had.
Yeah.
4 games.
It was disappointing, don't you think?
4 games, is that... I mean, I saw a couple of the games. They looked all right. They didn't score. They lost again this weekend. And so they've got the record of the first team to lose 5 games without scoring in the Premier League. But 4 games into it, De Boer, and you just sack a manager. Whose fault?
I would blame the chairman for that.
Okay, on what basis? That they sacked him too early or they appointed him in the first place?
Both.
Yeah?
You've got to look at it. When you employ somebody, you do your due diligence, don't you?
Yes.
You check out what is his strengths, what aren't his strengths.
Yeah.
You give him time as well to bed into the job.
Yeah. I mean, you know the style of football that particular manager wants. You know, you pick Sam Allardyce, for example. Yeah. You know the sort of manager he is, the sort of style of football he's going to embed in his team. Yeah. If you don't want that style of football, don't pick him.
You've got to, as the chairman, you've got to also look at the type of football that the players can play.
Yeah, so the players he's got,
You appoint a manager who's going to play that sort of football, or who's going to bring in a transition.
Yeah, give him time to bring in the players that he wants to play the football, a style of football that he's been promoting all his career, shall we say, being Dutch and everything. But yeah, 4 games, it was just unbelievable. 77 days in charge he was. I think, I'm just going through a list here. So games in charge. So we had, Les Reed Charlton in 2006 had 40 days. Bob Bradley had 84 days, and then it goes into 141, 175. Paolo Di Canio, do you remember Paolo Di Canio, Sunderland?
Well, you're talking about the Premiership here, aren't you?
Yes. Our bread and butter.
Because, we've had managers who've lasted less than that.
Who?
Prior to that.
Who? You can't. I don't think there's anyone.
Cloughy at Derby.
How long did he last?
I think he lasted.
The older Clough or the younger Clough?
The older Clough. When he went before he went to Notts Forest.
Yep.
He did a spell at Derby, and I think he lasted around about 40 days. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'd like to hear from other people as well.
Yes, so would I. Hearing from you've had enough. Yeah. Okay, Europe. So did you watch the Europe games? Are you happy? Liverpool are back in the Champions League. And I'm assuming that's why you wanted to jump to Europe so quickly.
Well, I think for British clubs, it's fantastic that all the British clubs did reasonably well.
Ooh, don't know. Liverpool drew. Home.
Yeah.
Not a great result, would you say?
Probably not. No.
No, because you want to win your home games.
Of course.
Okay. It's not because it's Liverpool. I'm saying, but you want to win your home games, and then get a point or more away game. Yeah. Okay. So not a great result. Man United, they won their game. It was pretty easy.
I think if you look at
Everton lost in their Europa game, did they not? 3-0.
3-0. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Everton. I don't know what's happened to them. It seems to be going through a pretty bad patch at the moment.
Well, they've signed 2 number 10s, haven't they? They've got Rooney and they've got the other lad who they've signed from. Is it Swansea?
Ericsson, not Ericsson. No, Ericsson. I can picture him, but I can't remember. Okay. Yeah, we know what we're talking about.
But they've signed 2 number 10s.
Yep.
For that position. Really,
Sigurdsson.
Yeah, they should have.
Came to me.
They should have gone for a striker, don't you think?
Well, yeah, they've lost Lukaku and haven't replaced a striker. But Everton's not a team that really leaks many goals. And they've leaked a couple of goals now, like the European. And who did they lose against last week? I said they didn't get mentioned a lot. It was Tottenham, wasn't it? Tottenham smashed them away. If they were at Everton's ground as well, that was surprising. If it hadn't been for that biggest defeat of Liverpool, I think we would have talked more about the Tottenham game.
I'm sure we would have said that.
But yeah, so they lost. United, easy game. They were expected to win. City smashed. No, it was Chelsea who smashed their game, didn't they? What was City's score? I can't remember.
City won 4-0 or 5-0, wasn't it, against Belgium side?
Was it Belgium side? City? Oh, I've missed that result.
Oh, did you miss out the result for that?
Yeah, I did. I missed it out. Why did I miss that out? I thought I had them all. Oh, that's poor show from me. Apologies.
No, you didn't. You had it. It's Feyenoord, Dutch side.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, 4-0. Yeah, away. Yeah, so, again, City, United, will get through. Tottenham will get through to the league. Liverpool, you should do, but they've not had a great start.
Yeah.
Who else have Liverpool got in their group? Do you remember? Do you know off the top of your head?
No.
So I think Seville is the toughest. Is the toughest team.
Is the toughest game that they're going to play.
Yeah. So that's probably the only game the only team that they'll drop points against. So you expect Liverpool to get through.
Not necessarily. I think so that we had this discussion last week about whether getting a player sent off and conceding 5 goals is acceptable.
Well, I didn't think it was acceptable. You thought it was.
I did. I mean, I think that was a bit my heart talking last week.
You know the score, yeah. I mean, I heard pundits, and again, I know we're on Europe at the moment, and don't want to, hit the nail in the coffin too much with Liverpool so early in the season. But pundits, I think Roy Keane was one on one channel, and I think it was Alan Shearer on his usual channel. they both said similar things, that basically Liverpool cannot expect to win anything the way that they're defending.
I couldn't agree more with you.
So their defending is being very poor.
I think what the big clubs have always done, what Fergie's done, what Mourinho's done, what Arsene Wenger's done in the past. They've always looked at their defense, got their defense sorted out first, and then looked at the attacking options.
Set a platform from back,
and you've got to do it that way. And
either that, or they used to say you have a good spine, don't you? So you have your striker, your midfielder, and the back one. And Liverpool tried to get the Southampton. Was it Southampton defender's name?
Virgil van Dijk.
Yeah, Van Dijk. Clearly that didn't happen, and now Van Dijk's back at Southampton, sort of thing. So, but again, is that Liverpool's fault because they couldn't get Van Dijk? And they concentrate too much on one player, and they should have looked elsewhere.
I agree. I think, with all the top clubs in Europe, they should have picked up another defender. They could have. There's so many defenders out there. Some really good Italian defenders they could have picked up.
I don't want to criticise Liverpool too much, and but who was their best buy? We see these big clubs, and I put that in inverted commas. Whoever you obviously ask one person, he'll think this club's bigger than the other, etc., etc. But Tottenham, I don't think, and Liverpool didn't really buy a player that scared other teams. If you see what I mean, there wasn't a big buy.
Yeah, but let's look at it. Who did United buy who scare other players?
Lukaku scores 20 goals a season. Ibrahimovic stays, get re-signed.
Is not a United type of player. I don't think so. I think
he scored enough goals so far. He's scoring goals.
I think the thing is
Matic.
Yeah, Matic. I have to agree. Matic is definitely a top player.
Okay, Pogba was the season before.
Yeah, Pogba's.
But he's unfortunately got injured in Europe, and I don't know if you saw the game, and I saw bits of it. Actually. He got a hamstring, and Fellaini came on. He looked like Pogba. He was doing flicks and tricks.
I think
he played. I thought he'd be the first out, to be honest, when Mourinho came.
Yeah, United have got a very, very strong team.
Yeah.
In saying that, I think the team to beat has to be Man City.
City. City, I've seen it, and it hurts to say, but I think City.
They look strong, don't they?
Yeah, you can't see where they're going to drop points.
Yeah, they started similar way that they started last season, and then they trailed off. But they look like a stronger team. The players that Pep's brought in, are fantastic footballers.
Yeah,
all
and their test
players.
was Ken was going to be Liverpool, I suppose, but that game sort of filtered out.
Yeah,
with the sending off sort of thing, so you couldn't really compare where they are.
I think second half they sort of dominated the Liverpool game. And
they're a player up, so they expect them. It was just a shoddy defending from Liverpool that made them score that many goals. Because without going over it again, you expect them to defend better, stay in the game longer, and nick a goal if they can, but not to get humiliated like that. Liverpool have not won in 3 games now.
No, it doesn't. It's not looking good for them, is it?
No, it's
really?
not. It's not.
And it's the old attitude again, isn't it? Defensive frailties are gonna cost them, probably a decent position in the league.
Yes, because I think Liverpool should be looking probably a couple of seasons maybe to get into the top 4.
Yeah,
and then build onto that, and then
I think
say this is our year is again a bit too premature. I don't think Liverpool win it. I think City, and to be honest, Chelsea
drew. Would you believe it today?
Or was it? Oh, is it over?
Yeah, the game's over and they've drawn.
What was the score?
0-0.
Oh, a bit boring.
So
scoreless.
Chelsea, So I don't think Chelsea are going to be up there this year.
You don't think?
I think they're not going to... They're going to be up there, but they're not going to be title contenders, if you know what I mean. I think it's going to be between... Man City are my favourites now.
Yeah, okay. Surprise.
I think United are going to be up there, definitely.
Yeah.
Because defensively,
they've got to be up there because, with respect, they've spent quite a bit of money.
They have,
and they've got the players.
They've bought some really good players.
Yeah,
and,
I know Matic. I think he's so far.
Yeah,
he's been proven to be a steal.
Yeah,
I know it's very early in the season, but it seems like he's fitted in nicely, and it was the jigsaw piece that might be missing.
Yeah,
Lukaku. Okay, he's a good buy, but I think he's going to miss more than he's going to score. Lukaku. But
because with United, you're gonna get chances, aren't you?
Yes.
You're gonna, and if you get 3 chances and you bury 1 or 2, of those fantastic.
I would rather. Oh God, I'm going to say this on radio, but I'd rather have someone like Aguero or even Tevez, who we had previously up front, because they'll score more than they'll miss.
I think, but problem is Mourinho's always gone for that strong Drogba
type.
Yeah.
But even Drogba, he didn't miss many. His finishing was clinical, and Lukaku, listen. He's got 20 goals. He's a proven scorer. If he does that everything, he's going to do 20
get minimum 20 goals this
and then
season,
if you got Rashford gets 10, 15.
Then you got Martial.
You're
gonna get
what's his name
Pogba's
again? I can't even pronounce his name now. Mkhitaryan. Yeah, he's got more assists now than Coutinho had all season last season.
Really?
Already, yeah.
Wow.
Check up the stats, my bro. Check up the stats. Yeah.
It looks like the tar's in the bag, Sadat. It really does.
Well, I don't know. If you want to waste the time all season and playing, then do that. But might as well give it to us now, innit?
Listen, you heard this first on Salaam Sports.
Look, I got my predictions right. Okay, told you for the second would be De Boer.
Yeah.
De Boer gone.
Okay, so are you sticking your neck on the line and saying United are going to win the title?
United will win the title.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And if they don't, then are you taking me an image out from me?
I'll drive you to a restaurant and you can pay for the meal. You can take the mick out of me all evening.
Yeah.
If United don't win the title, I'll pay for the kits for my kids. If they don't win the title, I'm subsidised.
You've got to pay for the kits anyway, mate.
Yeah, I saw yours and Shaz's tweets or text or whatever we call them. Can't believe it. But yeah, back to Europe, because we miss out these other big teams, because obviously we cover Premiership. Paris Saint-Germain, they won 5-0.
Yeah.
Hammered Celtic. Are they going to be Champions League contenders now with Neymar, 200 million?
I think definitely with the squad they've got, with Mbappe as well.
Yeah.
Definitely, they look like a team that's going to be out there. I was quite shocked though with Barcelona Juventus score
3-0.
Yeah.
It was a bit of revenge, wasn't it? Juventus beat Barcelona 3-0 last time. So
was it 3-0 or was it 5-0 or something?
I thought Juventus beat Barcelona 3-0.
3-0.
Yeah.
Okay. Not entirely sure what the score was.
Listen, bruv, I'm right. It's 3-0. I'm confident. Anybody want to contradict me? Tell me if I'm wrong, but I know I'm right. Real Madrid 3-0 victors as well. Ronaldo got 2, did he?
He did.
And Messi's got 2. So it's a Ronaldo Messi show, isn't it, on the Champions League?
It is.
I know, I'm sure in the La Liga as well, but it's just it's the thing is with the La Liga going on a bit, and we don't normally discuss it that much. There's not many competitive games. 3 teams: Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Atletico Madrid.
I think Sevilla up there. Sevilla haven't lost. Yeah, they haven't lost this season.
All right, 4. But you compare it to Premier League.
Yeah.
Brighton could probably beat Chelsea one day,
and Burnley beat Chelsea, didn't they?
Burnley drew against Liverpool. Yeah.
So it's I think with the Premiership, the teams have to be able to break. The bigger teams need to be able to break down the lesser teams, because they're going to go out and defend, aren't they? And that's going to be the stumbling block with a lot of teams. And I think Liverpool.
Liverpool, their game against Burnley, shall we say, if we go through the Premier League games, I'll start with Liverpool. They drew 1-1, and they had 35 efforts, Liverpool did.
Yeah, which is ridiculous, isn't it?
35 efforts. But to be honest, the ones that sticked out the most were the Burnley, the header he got that saved off the line, and the defensively, because it was 2 corners in a row. They were highlighting this I saw it on Match of the Day.
I saw that, yeah.
I can't remember who the defender was, but are they zonal marking Liverpool?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, and it was just very poor.
It's very poor. I mean,
they weren't that bad last season, were they, defending me? You'll know better than me. Are they? Is it the same?
It's the same.
It's the same?
It's the same. Their defensive issues have not improved.
Okay. But has it deteriorated?
I think they haven't deteriorated. They haven't improved. They're making sloppy mistakes. Against Seville, it was a sloppy mistake, and the fact that Firmino missed a penalty as well.
Oh, did he miss a penalty? I wasn't aware of that.
2-1 up. He misses a penalty. Hits a cross. He hits the post when he should have buried it, really.
And did Coutinho come back in that game, or was it against Burnley?
No,
he came back
he came back Burnley.
What sort of reception did he get?
He got a pretty good reception, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think with Coutinho, Liverpool fans know and understand the fact that he's going to Barcelona. You know, everybody wants to really play at Madrid and Barcelona, so there is a bit of exception there.
Fair enough, fair enough. Crystal Palace, we've obviously spoken about them, they got sacked. Southampton winning. Huddersfield, Leicester 1-1. Vardy apparently has had, out of the 15 goals that Leicester scored, also he's had a hand in 13 of them since the caretaker's taken over, or something like that.
Is that a stat?
It's
that
something I read.
stat?
No, it's something I came across and I didn't get a chance to write it down, so I can't remember in my old age. But basically, he's been involved in, shall we say, 90% of the goals. If he hasn't scored it himself, you know, and assisted or something, since caretaker. And we knew how upset or I don't know what the word could be, disgusted about the sacking of Ranieri and the way the players were performing, and all of a sudden the same players under a different manager, and with respect to this manager, not a well-known manager, you know,
he came from the reserves.
He came from the reserves, and that makes no, you know, that's just a stigma. Oh, he has to be a big name. Of course, he comes reserve. He can be a great manager, and will be. But all of a sudden, they're all performing brilliantly for this new manager, and it just goes to say, well, there was quite a bit of trouble between the players and the manager who just won them the Premiership. It's shocking.
But they haven't started off as well as you'd expect.
No,
they spent some serious money this year as well.
Have they? How much money have they spent?
I think, about £50 million.
That's peanuts now. That's it's a sad thing to say, but that's peanuts.
The season
the time you can buy people like Cantona for 1 million, gone.
They're gone.
Gone. Now it's like 50, 60 million for an average player.
Yeah.
And then after that, you're getting your 80, 90 millions for a half decent player. And then it's 130, 140 for a pretty good player. And now they're giving 200 for like Neymar. With respect to Neymar, he's a good player, but 200 million?
You know, if you buy something, you know, the value is what you want to pay for it. And he's valued at 2 million because PSG are prepared to pay that. But they're gonna make that money back on him. You know,
I'm sure they will. I mean, in business sense, they'll make some money back to him. But I just you know, ridiculous prices.
It may be ridiculous. I mean, looking back, 20 years ago, you know, we're spending 20 million was a lot of money, wasn't it?
Yeah. I just think it's jumped up pretty quickly, faster than I expected. To be honest,
there's a lot more money, especially in the Premiership now. That's the difference.
Yeah,
the Premiership clubs are going to be held to ransom for. You know, more money. You know, don't you think so? That
yeah, probably will do. Back to Premiership, Newcastle. Your ex-manager, what's his name again? Mr. Facts.
Rafa Benitez.
He loves it. Was it he the one who ranted about facts? Fact one, fact two. Do you remember that time?
I mean,
did Fergie get underneath his skin?
Don't get me started, please. Rafa was a fantastic Liverpool manager who never won the league. I think
you can say that about several managers, then, can you? Because Liverpool never won the league.
I think Liverpool didn't really spend the money while he was around. You know,
well, he's having that same problem apparently at Newcastle.
Well, he's done a pretty good job,
but he's got them into the Premier League. I think they're in the top 4 now.
Yeah, they've got 9 points from 5 games.
Third successive win now, and they beat Stoke. I mean, okay, Stoke ain't brilliant away from home, but they're a decent team.
They're a pretty good side. You'd expect Stoke to be a promoted side, wouldn't you?
Absolutely. You know, Stoke would be favourites there. They're mid-table team, you know, trying to get into Europa League sort of thing. And Newcastle, okay, they've been in the Premier League before, but they haven't got the same players.
See, Newcastle are such a big club.
Massive club.
You know, I mean, they're 60,000 fans every week.
Yeah.
You know, big crowd.
Passionate crowd.
Yeah, very, very passionate crowd. So I think Benitez, you know, if they give him a little bit of money, he will do well and keep them in a decent position this year.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Watford losing 6-0 to City at home.
I mean, I actually saw the highlights of that, and I actually saw part of the match as well. And in fairness to Watford, you know, City were just scintillating. They were unbelievable.
No, we were praising Watford's manager, and again, I'm not great with names, I can't remember his name, but he's been doing so well.
Yeah.
And this is one of the heaviest defeats ever for Watford at home, 6-0. I just wouldn't expect a team that he's drilled, disciplined and everything to have lost 6-0. And no matter how good City are.
I think the way you've got to look at it is, let's just, discuss City again, because as far as, I'm raving about them because I think they're just phenomenal at the moment. Pep's brought in some really good young footballers. Prior to that, he had the likes of, Toure in the team, Company. And, these guys are a little bit older. You could tell in the last few years, Zabaleta, they're a little bit slower. So he's brought players in.
Yeah, but it's his main player who's done it again, isn't it? Aguero with the hat-trick, 3 goals. And he was going to get him rid of him, wasn't he, at one stage? Jesus came in, and there was all talks about that's the end of Aguero.
I don't think he was going to get rid of him. I think he was just playing a game.
There was a rift between the two.
Yeah, because he couldn't probably get into the team. But now I think he's had a kick up backside, and he started playing as well. So, and he's playing really well. But in saying that, Sadat, if you look at it, the goals, the last goal he created himself. Walker played the ball to him, and he is a fantastic goal. But generally, the team
last of the 6 or last of his hat trick? Sorry,
last of his hat trick.
Last of his hat trick. Yeah,
it looked pretty good.
Who scored the 6th goal? Do you know?
It was Sterling.
Yeah.
And what did he do to get the goal?
He left Liverpool.
Forget it, Stan. I've had enough of you. In fact, I'm hoping Image comes back next week, because you're a difficult guy to get on with.
What are you trying to say? Tottenham. Sorry, go on. I didn't want to cut you off.
No,
what were you going to say?
I was just going to say it's going to be pretty tough, for. Let's see what happens today with the
United at home to Everton. Rooney returns. Well, it's Reds versus Blues this week, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's what's been promoted with Chelsea against Arsenal. Arsenal away. I know you mentioned it. They got the away point, which isn't bad. Again,
it's not bad at Chelsea.
Top team. You're going away. You just don't. You want to pick up the much points. Obviously, when it's at home, you want to win, as we've always been saying. So it's a pretty good result for Arsenal considering the bad patch or form that they've been going through. I think they're still in the bottom half of the table, are they not?
They are.
So so that point would help them.
But I think they did pretty well in Europe. They beat who was it? Who did they? Cologne, wasn't it?
Was it? Yeah, in the rope, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, they beat.
Do you reckon that's their best chance to get in the Champions League now? This season.
Not necessarily. I think
he's still there, fight for the top 4.
They've still got a pretty decent team. They have,
but there's just the other teams that are so growing faster or getting stronger, and he seems to be at a stumbling block.
I think half the issue is the players. If the players perform week in week out for the manager, then.
What do you think? It's a similar situation with Leicester and Ranieri? They're not playing for the manager?
I don't think it's as bad as that.
Yeah.
But definitely, I think, they're probably not happy with him. So.
Fair enough. Tottenham are
struggling, aren't they?
Struggle at home at Wembley.
Yeah.
That's no win for them. I think that is going to be their downfall this season, the fact that they're temporarily gone to Wembley. It just doesn't suit them. The pitch is bigger, and it's just not working for them.
Well, it suits everybody else.
Yeah, they make make them stretch the game a bit, and it's just not going to work for them, and that could be costly.
We've got 30 seconds, yeah.
Is it? I love you, and it's been a great day, and you don't look right in that kursi, but I've accepted it.
Do you look good in this kursi? That's
I look good anywhere and everywhere, brother.
Listen, Sadat, if it makes you feel better, then next week you've got this kursi, yeah?
Not if Images,
as long as Images are here. Thank you very much for listening to Salaam Sports. Inshallah, we'll be back next week.
Inshallah.